This is the COMAN M1 Pro. It is a monopod that is similar to another monopod that I previously reviewed and shared on this YouTube channel. But there's a really cool thing going on with this that is very different than the other one that I first of all, it's worth noting, I spent my own money on the other one. I did my research, and I loved the monopod. And then COMAN offered to send me this one, and they did. And it's extremely similar in its design, which you'll see in a moment. But then it has a nice trick up its sleeve that the other one does not have. But there's also some trade-offs. Now, first of all, the base of the monopod itself is really thick. It is really nice quality carbon fiber, but it's not any smaller than the other one. The one thing I wish this was actually shorter than the other monopod I own, because it would make traveling with this even easier. I would love to just have this in my carry-on, like a backpack, even in a tripod pocket, but it's so big, it's too big for my taste. So it's actually around the same size as my full tripod. So as far as that goes, size is not ideal for me. However, check out how awesome this is. You've got the base here, right? Actually, before we even get to that, the bottom of this, you can actually put in a spike. If you don't want to use the base with the foot, and you don't have to. You could just use a spike if you're in dirt or in the sand or something like that. I'm going to leave the spike off for the time being, though. Now, you've got the base here that has feet that open and lock where you want it. And I could just click it in, and now it is in there. And then you've got the foot lever here. If I hold my foot down, I can then maneuver the monopod however I need. Now, there's one thing that this has, which is very nice, is tension on that foot lever pivot. So I can make it looser, and now I have more freedom and flexibility in that, and then I can let it go. Now I'm locked back in. Okay. Now, at the same time, on the top, you have another quick release, and I can put in the monopod head. Now, here's where I wish it was a little different. And I understand what they're going for here, because it is a professional monopod, but the head is very large. The other monopod I have, I specifically purchased a compact head, because that way I could throw it in a backpack and it takes up far less space. Now, it is a fluid head. It does have its rail system here, and I can lock it open, and I can put in and out the rail, right? It is too big for an Arca Swiss, so I wouldn't be using an Arca Swiss head in here. I would have to use their rail, whereas the other monopod I have, again, not only did I go with a compact head, but I went with a compact head that I could actually put in my camera with my Really Right Stuff L bracket and actually utilize it how I want. Whereas this one, I would wind up putting my lens on this if I was using a long lens with the foot, or the camera facing forward. And anyway, it's secure, right? If it doesn't go anywhere, it is a safe head. It is very sturdy. So you got the lock here. I got the 360 panning as well. And then I have the loosening for the fluid panning up and down motion. Now, the handle here, which can come off and can turn to your liking, right? I can loosen it and reposition it how I want. But the handle also can extend. So the handle can also extend to make it as long as you need to give you more of that flexibility and smooth motion with the fluid head, which is very nice. And it's just a quick little twist to be able to lock and unlock that to make it, how you want. And of course, you can quickly unscrew it and then just throw that in a bag as well to save space. This monopod also has a beautiful, rubbery silicone grip, which I actually like more than others. It definitely would keep your hands warmer, gives you full grip on this monopod with gloves, without gloves. It feels really good. It's a very solid piece. I'm not a big fan of this. It's quite loud, but it is really nice to have the wrist strap for safety, you know, so in case you let go, whatever, you got it attached to your. But I'm assuming that could come off if I wanted to. I don't know how, but I'm assuming I could take it off safely. Just taking off this ring possibly. Now, here is the cool part about this monopod, and that is how you raise it and lower it, because you're seeing there's no clasps. There's no clamps here, no twists to raise and lower it. The way you do it is actually by unlocking this, and I can go up and down, and then I can lock it back in place. It is that simple. Again, unlock, lift it up, and I can go up and down. So if I want to put my foot on the monopod's foot, I can raise and lower, securely lock it at any point. I can stop it and have it go up and down or stay in place. So they made that really convenient. So as far as the flexibility of this monopod goes, it really is top notch. The fact that I can just quickly do that and then put my foot down, and I can even tilt as needed, let go, I'm now back to normal. It can stand up on its own. In fact, my camera right now is on the other monopod filming me, fixed in place, similar design, except I've got clamps for each part of the extension. But otherwise, it stands up on its own, which is one of the things I love about monopods with feet. So, the things I don't like about it are that piece right there. Listen to this. It's just annoying. That piece right there. I wish the head was a little smaller, or that I could just plot my camera with the really right stuff, L bracket on it. I can't. I have to use this plate. Otherwise, my camera would be facing the wrong direction. And yeah, so I wish the head was a little more compact. I wish that when this was fully closed, that it was also more compact. Again, I could easily just hit a button, remove the foot. Now that's out of the way. Hit a button, remove the head. Now that's out of the way. But I still have this, which is bigger than I would actually like. But that's a beautiful system. Now, the other thing that's worth noting is that these are not interchangeable with the other monopod I have. Different brand, different mechanics. It looks similar, but it's also different. Plus, this is a quick push button to release, whereas the other one that I have has this sort of like up-down cylinder to lock and unlock, and I find that often gets stuck. This has not gotten stuck on me at all. So it's worked very well. And it just to put it in, and I'm locked in place. Easy as that. When you're ready to make it compact, you just hit the button on each of these little feet. Fold it up. Again, I could take it off. The same up here. You take it off. If I want, I could take off the handle. Now I just have the head with no handle, ready to go.